The Mermaid of the Silent River and the Lost Prince, Part 3. Zara stood frozen inside the hut. Her chest rose and fell heavily as she tried to catch her breath. Outside, the night wind blew softly through the village, but inside, the air felt heavy. Her grandmother stood near the doorway, staring at her with worried eyes. "You went back to the river," the old woman repeated quietly. Zara swallowed. Yes. Her grandmother closed her eyes briefly, then sighed deeply. "I warned you." Zara stepped forward quickly. "Grandmother, please listen to me. There's really someone trapped in the river. I saw him." The old woman remained silent. "The prince is alive," Zara continued. "And the mermaid." "Enough," her grandmother snapped suddenly. Zara jumped slightly. It was rare for the old woman to raise her voice. For a long moment, silence filled the hut. Then slowly, her grandmother sat down, looking tired, much older than before. "You do not understand the danger you are bringing into this house," she said softly. Zara knelt beside her. "Then help me understand." The old woman stared into the darkness for a while before speaking again. "When I was young," she began slowly, "the river took someone from me too." Zara's eyes widened slightly. "I once had a brother," the old woman continued. "He was brave, stubborn, always chasing mysteries. One night, he heard singing near the river." Zara listened carefully. He followed the sound. The old woman's voice trembled slightly now. "And he never returned." Zara's heart tightened. "So that's why you fear the river." The old woman nodded slowly. "The river never gives back what it takes." "But the prince is still alive," Zara insisted. Her grandmother looked at her sharply. "And how many more people must disappear trying to save him?" Zara fell silent. The old woman reached out and held her hand tightly. "Listen to me carefully," she whispered. "The spirit beneath that river is ancient. It feeds on desperation. The more you fight it, the stronger it becomes." Zara looked down briefly, then softly said, "But what if no one ever tried to fight it before?" Her grandmother had no answer. That night, Zara barely slept again. Rain clouds gathered outside. Thunder rumbled softly in the distance, and every time Zara closed her eyes, she saw the prince's hand, reaching desperately from the water. By morning, the village was already restless. People moved around nervously. Whispers spread from house to house. "Something strange happened near the river last night. I heard screams. My goats refused to go near that side this morning." Zara stepped outside quietly, but before she could move far, someone blocked her path. It was Toma, the village fisherman. Toma was tall, serious, and known for avoiding trouble. But today, he looked frightened. "You went near the river yesterday," he said quietly. Zara froze slightly. "How do you know?" Toma looked around carefully before answering. "Because I saw you." Zara's heart skipped. "You were there?" Toma nodded slowly. "I was fishing far from the banks when the water suddenly changed." His voice lowered. "I saw something moving beneath it." Zara studied his face carefully. This wasn't gossip. He was genuinely scared. Then Toma leaned closer. "You need to stay away from that place." Zara hesitated. "You sound just like my grandmother." "Because she's right," Toma replied quickly. But Zara shook her head. "There's someone trapped there." Toma frowned. "What?" "The prince," Zara whispered. Toma stared at her in disbelief. "The missing prince." Zara nodded. "He's alive." Toma stepped back slowly. "No," he muttered. "That's impossible." Zara quickly explained everything. The mermaid, the spirit, the blood moon, everything. By the time she finished, Toma looked pale. "So tomorrow night," he said slowly. "That's the only chance." Zara nodded. "Yes." Silence followed. Then finally, Toma sighed heavily. "You're serious about this?" "I am." Toma looked toward the distant river, then back at Zara. "You can't do this alone." Zara blinked. "You'll help me." Toma shook his head immediately. "I didn't say that." For the first time since meeting him that morning, Zara smiled slightly. Toma rolled his eyes. "Don't smile yet. I still think this is a terrible idea." Later that afternoon, Zara secretly gathered the things Nereda mentioned. Salt, fire, and the silver bell. The silver bell was the hardest. Very few silver objects existed in the village. Finally, Zara remembered something. Her grandmother's old wooden box. That evening, while her grandmother slept, Zara carefully opened the box. Inside were old cloths, beads, and faded jewelry. Then, she found it. A small silver bell. Old, dusty, but beautiful. The moment Zara touched it, a strange sound echoed softly inside the hut. Like a whisper, Zara froze, then quickly grabbed the bell. Suddenly, her grandmother's voice came from behind her. "Put that back." Zara turned sharply. Her grandmother was awake, watching her. "I'm sorry," Zara whispered, but the old woman slowly shook her head. "No," she said softly. "It's too late for apologies now." Then something unexpected happened. Her grandmother stood up, walked toward her, and placed her hand gently on Zara's shoulder. "If you are truly going to face the river spirit," she paused, "then you will need more than courage." Zara looked confused. "What do you mean?" The old woman stared directly into her eyes and quietly said, "Because your mother once faced it too." Zara's eyes widened in shock. "What?" But before the old woman could continue, a loud scream suddenly echoed outside the village. People began shouting. Doors opened. Footsteps rushed through the road. Toma's voice shouted from outside, "The river is flooding." Zara and her grandmother rushed outside immediately. And when Zara looked toward the silent river, her blood ran cold. The water was rising, fast, far too fast, and in the middle of the flood, a dark figure stood on the surface of the water, watching the village, watching her. Can Zara really fight the Guardian? Like, comment your thought in the comment section. Subscribe and share.